Welcome back to our series on the life of Hazrat Umar ibn Al-Khattab. In this seventh part, we delve into a topic that defined his caliphate, a system of justice that shaped history. When Umar became Caliph, he didn't just implement policies, he established a framework of justice rooted in faith. For him, justice was an act of worship, a sacred duty to Allah. This belief guided every decision he made, transforming society from its very core. One of the most remarkable aspects of Umar's rule was his unwavering commitment to equality. Before the law, everyone was the same. It didn't matter if you were rich or poor, a powerful governor or a humble farmer, Arab or non-Arab, Muslim or non-Muslim. Everyone was entitled to the same rights and held to the same standards. This wasn't just a theory, it was a reality. Umar established a robust system to ensure this equality was upheld. He strictly monitored his governors and military commanders. He made it clear that no one was above accountability. Any citizen could file a complaint against an official, and Umar would personally ensure it was investigated thoroughly, without fear or favor. There are many famous stories of powerful governors being summoned to Medina to answer for their actions in front of the people they governed. To institutionalize this fairness, Umar introduced one of his greatest reforms, the creation of independent courts. This was a revolutionary concept for the time. He separated the judiciary from the executive branch, ensuring that judges could make rulings without pressure from governors or other officials. And how were these judges chosen? Not based on their wealth, family name, or status. They were appointed based on two key criteria: their deep knowledge of the law and, most importantly, their unquestionable integrity. Umar understood that justice could only flourish if the people administering it were righteous and wise. And Umar led by example. He didn't see himself as being above the very laws he enforced. There were instances where he himself was required to appear in court, and he would do so just like any ordinary citizen, standing before the judge to answer a claim. This powerful act demonstrated to everyone that in the state of Islam, the law was supreme, and even the Caliph was subject to it. Umar's vision of justice extended far beyond the courtroom. He believed a just society must care for its most vulnerable members. He established groundbreaking public welfare systems. Stipends were introduced for the poor, the elderly, widows, and orphans, ensuring that no one was left behind. He created a social safety net that was centuries ahead of its time. To combat famine and hunger, he established massive food storage centers in strategic locations. During times of drought or scarcity, these reserves were opened to feed the people. He also standardized salaries for state officials to reduce the temptation of corruption and ensure they could live with dignity without exploiting their positions. His commitment to fairness was personal and hands-on. Umar would personally inspect the markets of Medina to ensure fair trade practices. He would walk through the stalls, checking weights and measures, making sure prices were just, and talking to merchants and customers. He strictly forbade cheating, hoarding, and any form of economic injustice. He knew that a just society required a just economy. This strict standard of justice applied most intensely to his own family. He made it clear to them that they would be held to an even higher standard than the general public. He wanted to ensure that no one could ever accuse him of favoritism or nepotism. Many of us have heard the famous stories of Umar walking the streets of Medina at night. He wasn't just taking a stroll. He was personally checking on the condition of his people. He would disguise himself to hear their true concerns, and often he would carry sacks of flour on his own back to deliver to families in need. When his companions offered to carry the burden for him, he would refuse, asking if they would also carry his burdens on the day of judgment. His sense of responsibility was profound. He once famously said, "If a mule stumbles on the road of Iraq, I fear Allah will ask me why I did not fix the road for it." This statement encapsulates his incredible sense of accountability. He felt responsible for the well-being of every single soul and even every animal under his rule, no matter how far away they were. Under Umar's leadership, the Islamic State expanded at an astonishing rate. But this expansion was not just about territory. Thank you for watching. In part Delapan, we will explore the major conquests during Umar's caliphate and see how the message of Islam was carried forward with discipline, order, and mercy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it.